Hello, all you tuned lovers, or at minimum, Hot Wheels likers. So we have this Ryuta design tuned 1983 Chevy Silverado, and it looks alright. Yeah, I figured I'd pick it up. Sadly, I looked at a whole bunch of these, and all of them had printing problems. So, I mean, I looked at probably 6 or 8 of them. So this is missing white paint here and here and here. Others would have like missing paint there. So QC is a bit of an issue, obviously, on something that costs as little as mainline. But because of the cost, can't complain. This one has some super small wheels on it. And I really like the styling that Ryuta did on these tuned things. It's very Chorokyu-like, where they have really tall cabins. It reminds me of like some of those Pixar films, maybe like The Incredibles, or there's some Pixar or DreamWorks film where the cars were really tall like this, but so short. I'm throwing up these slammed custom images because I'm gonna swap out the wheels, but I'm not gonna 3D print my own because it's actually, first, I don't really love this car enough. And second, it's hard to print really small diameter wheels and actually have air openings. That's why these are blanked off. Or it's really hard to do and actually have them be reliable enough for other people to buy, at least. Okay, where's my dental pick? So this is a blue. It's, I guess I don't know if you would call this metallic. I don't think I see blue flakes. I mean, it's not blue flakes. I don't think I see any speckling in it. But for some reason, maybe the light's getting through the paint, and it looks kind of metallic. Hard to say. If you have this, what do you guys think? Please leave a comment. Would you call this metallic blue or just blue? I think I'm just gonna call it blue, not metallic. Alright, it's got these little tiny diameter, 5 spokes. They're okay, for a truck of this, 1980s. But the casting of the grill is okay as well. I'm going to have to add some paint into the grill though. And then the base is this black plastic, and I like how they use it to make a license plate. Granted, there's nothing printed on it. I think this would have looked just as fine without a giant engine sticking out of the hood. Because it's so goofy looking as it is. If it just had a normal hood, I think it would have looked just as fine. But over the top, I guess, is the theme for this one. It's got a big roll hoop as well, double roll hoop. Some extra bracing for the kids, kid safety. And then this is interesting. This is a giant cavity here. The bed doesn't actually go all the way to the cabin. So this is strange. This is how they're saving on metal, I guess. Yeah, so this chrome here is the chrome interior piece, and that's the back wall of the cabin. And then you can see the seats there. But this is just totally, deep. I think at least they could have made this chrome piece of plastic continue on over here. Kind of like here, you can see some of the bed striations, these ribs. Why wouldn't you just carry that across all the way? It's just really weird to have this really deep cavity. Alright. Cost cutting again. Maybe it's because, the cabin's so... No, I still think this is just as much material as the other Hot Wheels. Like the quick delivery van I have is a lot more metal than this. So I think it's just a weird decision. So it's nice that it has the painted on taillights though. Saves me a lot of work. It's not so nice, obviously, as, the lack of white paint there. Maybe when they do a recolor, if it's nice, and if I can find one with a better paint job, I'll get that. But for today, this is good. Alright, I guess that's about it. Again, with the black base, they have the license plate area. Is that? There's 3, I don't know, you couldn't call them fog lights. What would you call lights on a roll bar? Auxiliary lamps, I guess. So that's kind of neat. So I believe this is the very first release of this casting. Yeah, alright. And then it's got giant exhaust coming out the side. Kind of like reminds me of an old like the first Dodge Viper. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to cut off these wheels, add some black paint, and then add some other wheels here. In fact, I'm thinking about adding these. How about a grab bag of wheels? Yeah, I don't know what these are, if these are Hot Wheels or majorettes, but they have real rubbery tires. So, but they're really small diameter, so I'm not sure. Please leave a comment if you know what these are. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I mounted those wheels with poster board putty, added a little black paint to the exhaust, and I tried to matte down the engine actually. It's too chromy, so I put some silver in there and some black Sharpie and some red for the ignition wires. I got a little silver paint to the headlights in black here and a little gold Sharpie, which seems to have fallen off already. Nothing really wants to stick to this chrome. Watch. Yeah. The chrome stuff is really slick, so it's hard to get paint to stay on there. I added paint up here, but it's barely noticeable. And I blacked out the whole bed because I thought that was really weird, right? So it's a little less visible now. Alright, so I think I like it. I really like the red line tires, you know, it looks like a old pickup truck with those. Alright, so we have many cartoon cars to compare to. I guess first we'll start with the Hot Wheels, right? Here's Ryu's VW. And I'm gonna assume this was done by Ryu as well, this manga tuner car. It looks like a Skyline to me. For me, I prefer these two cars more. I guess I like this more than the Silverado, and I like that probably the most. Well, I don't know. This is actually a really cool Volkswagen Golf that was done. So there's also this Beetle, and I've modded it out with dune buggy tires and a bunch of other parts and a V8 engine in the back. And then there's the Batmobile one. I don't know if this is maybe a different designer. I'm not sure. Now it has 3D printed wheels on it. This has BNDS alloy wheels, if you're curious. They're really meant, I think, for the Aoshima Grajan cars. This one I left alone. I think they're okay enough. I'll probably upgrade this whenever a nice metallic color comes out. Alright, so the Batmobile is really nice. Beetle's okay. I kind of feel like the detail is better on this because it has the printed headlights. I did have to paint these taillights myself, but that whole printing, you know, of a graphic makes those headlights look real to me, you know, whereas just a square box, not very easy to do. They're so shallow that the paint kept on rubbing out as I was trying to wipe off extra paint, so it's not very friendly to customize the front end of this thing. So alright, let's look at a couple other brands now. So Kirin is they make some canned coffee beverages in Japan, and they had this series called Kirin Fire, I think, and these are some freebies that came with the Kirin Fire beverages. And there's a whole line of American tuned vehicles. And for free vehicles, free toys, they're really nice. You know, a lot of molded details. This flame painting on it's really nice. I did add a few other paint details, I think, of my own. And then there's this brand you can still buy on AliExpress called Kin's Fun. Or probably buy these in gas stations or gift shops. This is a wind-back toy as well. It just says Stepside Junior, which makes me think it's a Chevy, an old classic Chevy, but it's a much larger toy. In fact, this says Chevrolet on the back also. What huge wheels. Alright. There you go. So, since it reminds me of like Pixar stuff, I got a tiny little Buzz Lightyear here. I don't think I'm gonna see Lightyear the movie. Maybe in 10 years when it comes on regular television or something. Alright, well, it's another nice enough tuned vehicle. You know, I'm not sad that I got it. It's pretty cool. It's just that I think it's a little bit inferior to the other Hot Wheels tuned vehicles. Like the other four I showed. I just like more than this one. So maybe again it's that engine. This blower engine ruins it for me. Oh well. Okay, well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of other tuned vehicles to come someday, and I will see you in those videos. Thanks for watching.